Shashikant ji, you might have heard what Ranjit Singh ji there told me. He says, we are following procedure. The competent authority decides after 3 years, anyone is entitled to parole. Why only focus on a VVIP?
There are a couple of things on it. Look, as far as the Prisoners Acts are concerned, they are age old. Number two, prisons are basically a state subject. Number three, the state of Haryana had a Prisoners Act of 1988. It was changed recently in April 22. And in that the provision, whatever the provisions were there, they were diluted to a great extent. These things notwithstanding, now coming to the other point, even the new act which is there of 1920 or 2022, that also says that the heinous crime prisoner guys undergoing prison sentence for committing heinous acts are not permitted, right? And that particular act of 22 also says that yes, this particular crime, rape, is an heinous offense and normally it should not be given. So now let me tell you that all that provisions that they were diluted in 22, and I'm told that recently there was a communication between the legal department of the government and the prison department per se. Certain changes were brought in about which frankly at least I'm not aware as on date, because I'll have to dig into it and get the notification, etc. But again, like I said, that I always said there are two things: what is correct morally, what is correct from public perception, and what is correct politically. I have been in the governments for almost 4 decades, and I have seen that how over a period of time, whatever the government wants, law is changed or amended accordingly. So we'll have to go into a detailed study of the 22 Act and then say, and again I'll say here, even in 22 Act, parole is not a legal right, whereas furlough is. There are two kinds of
conditions. So you're saying you're making that important distinction. It is not a legal right, you're claiming.
No.
Therefore, the minister cannot claim that they have gone through a procedure and Gurmeet Ram Rahim is getting parole as a legal right. Am I correct?
But again, just one point. Like now they are saying that certain changes are brought in, that a person who has been in jail for 5 years can be given parole. But I'm not aware of the latest amendments or changes. Like I say, that government changes the law overnight.
Okay, let's leave it there, Shashikant ji. Clearly, there are several questions unanswered. Whether these paroles are linked to polls in particular is a question that will continue to be raised, because these are influential figures like Ram Rahim who are then being allegedly used to canvass among their supporters. And the question remains unanswered: why are so many political figures joining in the discourses of Ram Rahim when he is a rape convict? You are in public life and you are joining the public discourses of a rape convict. Thanks very much, Shashikant ji, for joining us there on the news today.